Welcome to Stock Market Today. I'm Nate, and today we're diving into the latest market movements and what they mean for investors. Joining me is Rick, a value investing expert who's here to help us decipher the current market landscape. How are you today, Rick?
Thanks for having me, Nate. I'm doing well. Excited to break down what's happening in the market today.
Absolutely. So, let's start with the overall sentiment. The S&P 500 index fell by about 0.75% today. What do you think this decline tells us about the current landscape?
Well, Nate, this drop really highlights the ongoing uncertainty in the market. It reflects how investors are feeling a bit apprehensive right now. Unpredictability has been a theme lately, which is evident when we see some stocks soaring while others are plummeting.
Speaking of soaring stocks, I noticed that INBS jumped by over 130%. What's driving that kind of surge?
That's an incredible gain. INBS, a biotech company, caught investor attention due to some promising developments in its pipeline. When a biotech firm shares good news about their clinical trials or new products, it can lead to significant buying interest. And that's exactly what we saw here.
And it sounds like they weren't the only ones having a good day. I saw that ANGH and WTO also made big moves. Can you explain what's happening in their sectors?
Certainly. ANG surged because of optimistic projections in its sector, which often indicates potential growth or new partnerships. Meanwhile, WTO jumped significantly, likely due to strategic partnerships and expansion plans that got investors excited. This is a classic example of how sector-specific trends can drive stock prices.
On the flip side, we saw some pretty steep declines too. SMX plunged by more than 68%. What could possibly cause such a sharp drop?
That's a tough hit for SMX. Typically, such a significant drop can be attributed to disappointing earnings or negative news affecting the company's outlook. When investors lose confidence, they often sell off shares quickly, which can lead to those dramatic declines.
It sounds like these movements really underscore the importance of being aware of sector trends. How are sectors like technology and energy performing amidst this volatility?
Great observation, Nate. The technology sector is facing pressure, particularly with some companies reporting weaker than expected earnings. This can drag down the overall sector. On the other hand, the energy sector is showing volatility due to fluctuating oil prices and geopolitical tensions, which can create uncertainty for investors.
So for investors trying to navigate this complex market, what would you recommend?
Investors should focus on careful stock selection and risk management. It's crucial to stay informed about both individual companies and broader sector trends. Adapting to changes and being ready to adjust your strategy can help in achieving long-term success.
That's valuable advice, Rick. As we wrap up, what are the key takeaways for our listeners today?
First, be cautious with your investments in this volatile environment. Second, watch for sector-specific news that could impact stock performance. Lastly, always have a strategy for risk management to protect your investments.
Thanks, Rick, for sharing your insights today. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show. And to our listeners, remember to stay informed and adaptable as you navigate this ever-changing market. Until next time.